we have demonstrated interest rates have been declining with the easing of monetary policy by the Central Bank of Kenya, and the governor is here. The interbank rate has declined to about 9.6% in July 2025 compared to 13.2% in July 2024. The 91-day Treasury bill, that is the borrowing rate by the government, has consistently come down from 2024. You can see in July 2024, it was 16%. That is the rate at which we could borrow in the market, in the domestic market for the 91-day Treasury bill. Today, and the last rate last Thursday was at exactly 8%. That is 50% of the rate. So we presently are borrowing cheaply in the domestic market. Lending rates have also followed suit. The rates at which banks are giving loans to the private sector and individuals has come down in terms of averages. From November 2024 to July 2025, it is 17.2% to now 15.3%. Credit extension to the private sector had shown almost negative growth. Actually, if you look at that graph, you'll see that in December 2024, January 2025, it was even negative. But now we have started seeing that the credit uptake by private sector started going up, growing at 2.2% in the year to June 2025. But that is now coming to the latest, I think, is about 3.3%. The next slide is about why we have shown resilience as an economy. It's because our current account deficit has been shrinking, and I'm sure we understand what current account is. When the deficit shrinks, it is better for our economy. Exports have been growing at about 7.7%. Diaspora remittances have shown a growth of about 12%. So those two combined have helped to narrow and reduce the budget deficit. In terms actually, if you check at that graph, you will see that from March 2024 to date, the shilling has been exchanging to the dollar at an average 129.2 and fairly stable. You can see the graph is flat. But you could see a spike early 2024, and that was because of the risks that we exposed ourselves when we indicated at a country that we may not be able to service the Eurobond that was falling due in June 2024. But after de-risking the Eurobond by buyback, then the shilling strengthened. I have given indicators at the capital markets showing very clearly that the capital markets is showing very good stability. This is clearly a reflection of confidence in our economy and also the FDI flows into the economy. We move to the risks situation, and I would say that still, despite all this rosy picture that we are painting, and it's not just a rosy picture being painted, but it's the reality, but still we are at serious fiscal risks. We are continuing to register or record revenue shortfalls. We are still encountering delays in expenditure disbursements, accumulation of pending bills. The debt service cost, which I'll come back to later, is still high. We failed to receive planned external financing from World Bank and IMF, and even part of the UAE loan that we were supposed to get.